Welcome to Wine Library TV. I am your host, Gary Vaynerchuk. And this, my friends, this is the Thunder Show, aka the internet's most passionate program. And I don't know if you know this, but I am the world cider heavyweight champion. And today, I am going to focus on some cider from New Hampshire because the lovely and beautiful people from Farnham Hill have sent me 3 gorgeous ciders, one still too sparkling, that I'm going to absolutely be tasting for you and talking about, because you know what? There's a lot of beautiful products out there besides the vino. Now, you know I love the vino. I'm going to tell you why. You know, with beer and with liquor, I love some Johnny Walker, Blue, and scotches, single malts are amazing, and some great rums now coming into the market. Beer is killer. I think people are sleeping on the quality that's coming out, especially out of the craft brew area of the world. But with the vino, it changes every year. 2005 Bordeaux's insanity. 2007, meh. 1997 in Napa Valley, insano. 1998, meh. Not as bad as the mainstream critics led everybody to believe, but still, nonetheless, definitely not the quality of the 97. So it's constantly changing. You're always tasting different flavors. It's not like once you've had Lafroig, you know what it tastes like. So let's get right into the first one, which is a still. This is the Farnham Hill Kingston Black Cider Reserve. This wine is 8.5% alcohol. It is $12.99 a bottle. It comes from Kingston Black apples, and this is the 2006 vintage. I love how they actually make it the 2006 vintage, though I don't see it on the label. Is it on the back? Somewhere. Oh, right there, written in, 2006. So this is from Lebanon, New Hampshire. Really cool. Oh, look at that color, baby. Fermented apples, 8.5% alcohol, and boy, can you smell, wow. Great orangey kind of like, you haven't peed in 4 days and then you finally took a pee-pee kind of color going on here. Let's give this cider, let's give this cider a sniffy sniff. Now, it really smells like apples. And it's really awesome. I mean, of course, it's made from apples, so that's a lot of fun. Kingston Black. I don't know my varieties of apples that well, Mott. Do you know the Kingston Black? Just a beautiful nose. Smells like hot apple cider coming through, a little apple pie action. Classic smells. Let's give it a whirl. This is good. This is pretty darn good. Really clean, very fresh. If I was a big-time chef, I just went into the cooking mode. There is something to be done here with a food pairing. I just was thinking about having a nice little piece of lobster tail and some cut up mango and a little bit of, this could be really, this is very nice, very polished. I mean, 13 bones for something that tastes like apple juice to some people could be a turnoff or a QPR nightmare. I disagree, though. This is very complex, far more complex than an apple juice. Very well done, very clean, has some nice flavors, really nice long finish, very interesting stuff. Darn good. Not bad at all. Let's move on. Farnham Hill Farmhouse sparkling cider. Keep at cellar temperature. 6.5% alcohol content. $12 US. And let's see what's going on here. These are made from, Kingston Blacks and Medallias and England. It's just some really interesting stuff. And this is now the cider in sparkling form. Is that phone? Let's see what's going on here with the Farmhouse cider. Now this is sparkling. It's got a nice foamy top. Very foamy, huh? Frothy. Can we just sit and watch it? So how have you guys been? Everything's well? I appreciate you watching this show. It means a lot. We're changing the wine world and now maybe the cider world. Excited about trying this. Let's give it a whirl. Now this really smells like baked apples. My grandma used to always, plop the apples into the oven and scoop it out. This smells exactly like baked apples. Really, really interesting. Let's give it a whirl. It's also $12.99. I'm actually more fond of this than the last concoction. Not as sparkling as a champagne. It's got some nice frizzante to it. Like kind of an Asti style. Really beautiful apple flavors. Really well made. Very focused fruit, which I like. If it was a wine or a champagne, I'm really impressed by the mid-palate explosion. It's kind of golden apple-y. It makes me think of the yellow apples when I taste this. Again, I'm really, it's funny. I guess this is what apples do. I'm really into the Thanksgiving mindset right now. I mean, for me, these are just absolutely perfect complements to like pumpkin pie. Extra dry cider from Farmhouse. Now these guys have gotten huge accolades. 7.5% alcohol content, $12.99. Very, very interesting. Let's see what's going on with these guys. The extra dry, really golden. Let's give it a whirl. This is the one that I would recommend, though. This is the one that's got the really razor-sharp acidity right in the attack. The most champagne, sparkling wine-like. Subtle flavors of apple. So it almost becomes more champagne-like. The more I'm tasting these are just gorgeous palate cleansers. Actually, I should have a bottle of cider when I do like my massive tastings. Just really cleans your palate. Very fresh. Again, back to food mode. If you're having a long 8 or 9 course meal, I see getting a little sorbet and a glass of this in the mid-course area and using it as a palate cleanser. Maybe especially if you've done truffles or escargot or foie gras, if you want to move over, even foie gras with this. Very nice stuff. Very focused. These guys have been written up in a lot of places, have a lot of street cred. Farmhouse in New Hampshire. I think definitely a place that I'm going to try to check out. I guess they have a website. Mott, link that up, baby. Link it up, baby. FarnhamHillCiders.com. Let's send those guys some love. If you're ever up in that area, vacationing, kind of bed and breakfast kind of thing going down, Maniacs, I'll tell you. These are pretty nice. These guys shouted out for me. They were going to come to the Boston Wine Expo and let me taste this. I said they couldn't make it because of a storm. So we taste them on the show. I mean, I'll be very, blunt as I am. 13 bones, this has got to be a luxury item. This is not a necessity. I don't know if they're screaming values at $13, but definitely a different direction to take your palate. And I'm really, listen, if I'm going to eat dirt, I'm definitely going to try things like this to expand my palate. I think some of these flavors are going to help me find these flavors within champagnes and within Cerello variety, within Albarinos, and within a lot of other areas. And it's really exciting to just try different things. It's fun to see people go outside the box. This is not way up my alley, but I like to expand my palate and try different things. And this extra dry, I think, will appeal to a lot of people. Good stuff, low in alcohol, fun. You know what I'm thinking, Mom? Tailgating. This is fun tailgate stuff, Fair price and solid stuff. Good. I mean, again, like it, solid stuff, worth the experience. Not like, oh my God, go out and buy cases of this cider and it's going to change your life. Question of the day. Have you ever had alcoholic cider? And if so, which is your favorite? Cool. Solid. Not really my area, but I'm impressed. I really like the extra dry. I think the Farmhouse is kind of weak in hindsight. Let me just, especially after trying the extra dry. Ciders are fun. You, with a little bit of me, we're changing the wine world and the cider world, whether they like it or not.